Ein wunderbares, warmes Hallo und frohe Weihnachten, warm welcome, Merry Christmas, Dimitri Vegas.
Hey, what's up? Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. We can say that already. It's dark
Yeah,
outside.
Yeah, I think so.
Looking forward to Christmas.
Yeah. We planned like every year. We don't take bookings on Christmas Eve, so we spend it with the family. So it's always great.
And what is played on Christmas Eve at your home? Silent Night House remix?
No, it's actually pretty rowdy. I think this year the party's gonna be with 17 people, so it's not really a quiet little family dinner. So it's fun. It's fun.
What does it look like?
Well, just the whole family together, eating Greek food and talking and drinking.
So you live in Belgium now,
Mhm.
but you came from Greece.
No, my dad is Greek and my mom is Belgian. So, but my dad came to Greece when, a year before I was born. But we did spend a lot of time in Greece.
That's great. Like good food and quite a lot of people.
Yeah, definitely.
And a long party.
Yes.
Well, that's actually what is your job, basically. Kind of. Having parties and entertaining people.
Yeah, but I'm not getting paid for that one.
But you do not have to cook. Mother's cooking, probably.
No. It's my mother cooking indeed, and Mike probably, yeah.
It's kind of a funny situation that you're here because not only because of your live shows you're playing, quite a lot of live shows, but now your single, Hey Baby's played on the radio.
Yeah, that's awesome.
How does it feel for you?
Amazing. I mean, I think it's our first single to really cross over here in Germany, and the reactions are great. So, we're excited, super excited.
Is that kind of a different feeling, or is that what you wanted with your music?
I mean, it's always we had a couple of songs already crossing over to radio, but that was a couple of years ago when there was a very thin line between what was being played on the radio and what was being played on the festivals. Now there's a bit more of a distance, and to have one of our songs really crossing over is, of course, super exciting.
And it's not only a single, there's also an album.
Well, the album, I explained it already a couple of times. There's the album that's coming now is a mix album, which is sort of attached to the concerts that we do in Antwerp. We do 4 shows for 85,000 people, so that's like really huge. And it's also linked to the concert that we just did in Germany, the Bringing the Madness show for 45,000 people. It's a German record, and it's also a personal record for us. So we decided to attach a compilation to that with one CD which resembles our current sound, and the second CD is sort of a homage to the retro rave classics, like the old Belgian and German songs.
That's insane. 85,000 people, so much. It's big dimensions. It all started when you were a teenager, but I read you were 13 when you started making music. Is that true?
Yeah. I mean, I started DJing when I was about 13, and I learned to produce on the way. But like when I started producing, it was different. I mean, there were no laptops, there were no FL Studios where you could or Abletons that didn't even exist. There was only Cubase and Logic, and back then you actually needed a studio to make music. So I had to hope that some engineers would take the time to learn me the craft and make music with me, and that's how I got my first steps into producing. And it was only years later, when I had the money to actually buy a laptop, that we could go digital.
Was there ever something like a plan B for you? What you would have done if the music wouldn't be your job now?
Well, there were years when I was working abroad that I worked in entertainment, and I was pretty good in that job because I ended up as an entertainment manager for a whole island. So I had about, 7 or 8 hotels under me and about 100 people staff. But then I went to Belgium and we focused on producing and everything. But in that time, I also was working for a record company. So, I mean, if it wouldn't have worked out, I'd probably be working for a record company or in music management or something.
But now it's good that you...
Yeah, I'm not complaining.
First, I guess so. Your brother's vocals, they are in some tracks, some of your tracks you do together. Yeah. Can you sing?
No, not at all.
Not at all?
Terrible.
Do you sing at Christmas at home? You have to.
No, I don't. I don't even sing in the shower.
Not even that? Is there any place where you sing in the car?
No. I'm really... That's now something. Singing and dancing is just not for me.
You do not dance?
Not really, no.
Not even when you play your live shows.
Yeah, that's something. I mean, but that's not dancing. I mean, like real. But I mean, and in entertainment, I used to dance a little bit, but I never felt like really like a dancer, like really confident, or I never enjoyed it so much. No.
Then it's fair enough when you don't do it. But I think it's not important to be able to sing for.
No, that's why I have my brother, so that's fine.
That's the purpose of your brother. He can sing, and that's fine. Well, tell us 3 little fun facts. You just mentioned that you cannot sing and you do it never, but tell us 3 little fun facts we definitely do not know about you.
That you definitely do not know about me. I'm a really big comic book fan, but then really big.
What does that mean, really big?
Like, I think it'd be surprising how much I know about all the history and all the stories about comic books that it's almost scary. Yeah, I also like collect like statues and replicas from movies and like old, especially like from the 80s movies and TV series and memorabilia and
like
everything.
Little R2-D2 statues.
I'm not a big Star Wars fan, but like, for example, like replicas from RoboCop or Terminator or the Ghostbusters or Back to the Future. Those are like my favorite movies.
Isn't that, like, sorry for the word, kind of a totally cock blocker if a girl gets to your house and she sees all that?
No, because they're like, I mean, it's really cool. And plus, I'm engaged, so I don't have to worry about that. No, but it's not like cheap small stuff. It's like really, really cool. I know how it sounds. It
sounds
really,
totally nerdy, to be honest, but it's
funny.
But
it's like, but it is that like it is like this little thing that just, I don't know. I started collecting it like a couple of years ago, and I don't know, it's somehow draws me back to my childhood or something, and it's like a little anchor of normality in what I do. Some people do kung fu. I collect 80s memorabilia. Yeah, well,
that's so funny.
Other people play computer games. Well, I have little statues.
Okay, well. So you're a comic nerd and you collect little statues from the 80s, and what's the third thing?
Oh, no, you're tricking me now. You know I don't sing, so that's 3. We're done.
Okay. Well, fair point at this point. You've been to quite a lot of places around the world. What would you say is your favorite one?
I would say Ibiza. Ibiza is home for me. I really love Curacao too. That's also a great place.
Curacao?
Yep.
That sounds like paradise. It's in the Caribbean, isn't it?
Yes. A really great place.
Good choice. So we're almost done. The last thing I'd like to do with you is our Energy Late Night Crips, MTV Crips.
Yes.
So we have no camera here, obviously, and we're not at your home. So maybe you could just describe us what your bedroom looks like.
Well, it has a bed.
Surprise.
It has a really large bed. It has a TV, which I rarely use because I don't like to watch TV in bed. There is a cupboard, and that's about it. There's nothing. It's let's say the more interesting place is my studio / man cave. The bedroom is a little bit normal. What can I say?
Man cave.
Yeah. Like I have, I live in Antwerp in the city, so it's like a really big house with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stories, and the bottom story is like my office / entertainment room, or how you call it. It's like a big office with a studio, and there's like also where like the collectibles are located, and then there's like a big living room with virtually every console that ever existed lined up on a TV, but I just never play it, like I just like when something new comes, I'm like,
why not?
I don't have time.
So you have all that stuff, but you don't have the time to use it.
No. I mean, like also like PlayStation or Microsoft. Many times, like they send me like a gift, like the new VR glasses, and then I just have time to maybe try them once, and then they just sit there.
That's such a hard life as a DJ star. It's so annoying, man. I can understand that.
I mean, I enjoy working too much. Like when I'm down in the studio, I want to play a game, and maybe once or twice a year I can convince myself to start playing a game, and then like 2-3 days you don't have to ask me nothing, because then I just want to finish the game. But for the rest, when I'm down, I'm more likely to start working on music than to just sit my ass and play games. Yeah,
Probably that's the way to become successful.
I guess so. And in the evening, you know, like when I have to, when I spend time with my fiance, it's also like she's like, okay, no, gonna watch a movie and I'm gonna play stupid computer games. So there we go.
And decision is made. Okay, last question. What is never missing in your fridge?
I'm not home that much. I'm actually not the right person to ask, you know, because I'm really not a person like I'm used to living in hotels for half of the year, so I would have to say water. That's the only thing that's the red.
That's
red.
an answer as well.
Yeah, water. There we
Water.
go.
Good choice. The wildlife of a DJ with water in a fridge.
There we go.
Dimitri Vegas, it was a pleasure. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me.